It was the early hours of March 7th, 1941. On a cold night in the North Atlantic, the German submarine U-47 was the most feared name at sea. Its commander, Günther Prien, was a national hero, famous for sinking a battleship in Britain's own harbor. Tonight, U-47 was hunting convoy OB-292, a massive fleet of 41 merchant ships struggling through a blizzard off the coast of Iceland. But the convoy wasn't defenseless. Guarding the flank was the British destroyer HMS Wolverine, a battle-hardened veteran, her crew on edge and straining their eyes against the raging North Atlantic. Tonight, the hunter would meet the guard. Wolverine's commanding officer, Lieutenant Commander J.M. Macbeth, knew the risks. Their new ASDIC sonar equipment was temperamental in rough weather, but it was their only way to find the silent enemy below. The air was thick with sleet and the smell of salt. Suddenly, the lookout reported a faint, quick flash, the signature of a torpedo launch. A moment later, two merchantmen, the Terrier Viking and the Athel King, shuddered violently. They were hit. The wolf pack had found the convoy. The Wolverine peeled away from the convoy and raced toward the torpedo strikes. Macbeth's training took over. He couldn't stop to save survivors. His duty was to protect the rest of the convoy. ASDIC began its rhythmic ping, 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 searching the depths. For a torturous minute, there was only static and the roar of the ocean. Then the operator yelled, "Contact! Bearing 300! Submarine." It was the unmistakable signature of a U-boat hiding just below the surface. Macbeth ordered an immediate attack run. "Set depth charges shallow." Fire pattern 1. The Wolverine surged forward. The crew tensed, bracing for the counterattack they knew Prien was capable of. The air filled with the metallic scent of cordite as the depth charges were flung from the stern and the K-guns. A tremendous, muffled explosion shook the destroyer from below. They waited. Silence. Macbeth held his breath, listening to the ping return. The contact was gone. The men feared the U-boat had escaped, slipping into the dark. But Macbeth was too experienced to give up. He ordered the Wolverine into a deliberate sweep pattern, turning in wide circles, patiently repinging the area. After 5 minutes of agonizing waiting, the ASDIC operator confirmed a second, weaker contact. The U-boat was still there, but it was much deeper now, running silent and desperate. This time, the Wolverine would not be fooled. Macbeth committed to a long, grinding hunter-killer operation. For over an hour, the Wolverine tracked and pounded the U-boat. Run after run, depth charges exploded beneath the waves. The crew worked with grim determination, the pain of the lost merchantmen fueling their rage. On the 6th attack run, the sea was momentarily calm enough for the Wolverine's crew to hear a new sound, a sound that made the hair stand up on their necks, the distinctive high-pitched screaming of a U-boat's turbines under extreme stress. Prien, damaged and out of options, was attempting to dive deeper, perhaps to hide in the turbulence caused by the destroyer's screws. Macbeth realized the German commander was cornered. He made a final, calculated attack run, dropping a full 10-charge pattern designed to create an overwhelming shockwave. The explosions were enormous, a solid roar rather than a series of muffled thuds. Moments later, the Wolverine passed over the site of the attack. They heard a distinct, loud rending sound, like tearing steel, followed by the sound of immense air bubbles escaping the deep. Then the first signs of wreckage began to surface. Oil slicks, debris, and finally a few mangled fragments of wood and metal. The crew peered over the side, but they saw no men, no survivors. Macbeth held the Wolverine there for a few more minutes, a small island of silence in the storm. The ASDIC pinged one last time. Silence. The U-47 was gone. Prien, the bull of Scapa Flow, had met his end. The Wolverine had not only sunk a submarine, but she had vanquished a legend. They had struck a major psychological blow against the U-boat command, a blow they wouldn't fully understand until weeks later. With the dawn, the Wolverine returned to the convoy, now limping eastward toward Britain. 2 merchant ships were lost, but 39 were safe, a testament to the destroyer's tenacity. The Battle of the Atlantic would rage for 4 more years, but on that stormy night the escorts, the forgotten heroes, had delivered a victory that changed the course of the war. They had proven that even the most feared German commander could be hunted, cornered, and defeated. The wolf pack's teeth had been broken,